Alright, I got things all set up. Now before I begin to show you the difference between a top quilt and a mummy style bag, I forgot to mention about bag ratings. Now, depending on when you want to backpack, you want to have a bag rating that's more inclined to be dealing with the weather you're going to be dealing with. Now, if you're going to be backpacking mainly from, spring, summer, fall, you would get something called what's called a 3-season rating, which goes between 30 degrees and above. A summer style bag, if you just only be backpacking in the summer or late spring, will probably be in the 45-degree range and above. And again, for winter, you would look between 15 degrees or below. Having said that, this is a mummy style bag. That being said, basically what it is you climb inside the bag and you encase yourself like a mummy. Just like this. It's got drawstring to make it nice and tight. So you're nice and tight. This is going to trap all the heat that you're generating off your body inside the bag to keep you warm at night. It's got a nice top section which covers your head. You can breathe out the hole. If it gets really cold, cinch things up nice and tight, just to leave it just a small breathe hole. That's basically what a mummy bag is. Now with a top quilt, so I get out of this thing, it gets hot in there quick. A top quilt is lacking a few features that a mummy bag has. And the main reason is being more practical and saving weight. Now the practical thing that it gives away is, if you can see, a mummy bag is totally stitched up. A top quilt has an open back. It gives up the back. The reason being, the only way you're going to be insulated is if the bag has what's called loft, where it's puffy, it traps in your heat in the puffed areas. When you're laying on the insulation and you compress it, you no longer have loft and you're not trapping in heat. So because your back is always going to be decompressing the loft and not trapping in heat, a top quilt says, you know what, if I'm not trapping in the heat, why even have it? Because you're going to be using your sleeping pad. That's going to be your conductor for your back. So what a top quilt does, it has no back, you just slide it in. The one thing it does lose to save weight is the hood. So you'll come in, you'll tighten it up wherever the cinch straps are. And then everything will close in around you. I have the sleeping pad to keep my back warm, and I have the top half keep my top portion warm. Now if it gets colder at night, I'm going to have to wear some sort of a cap, and if it gets into winter, possibly even a face mask, like I showed in my earlier videos when I was going over different types of clothing for your head. That's basically the difference between the two. As far as storage is concerned, you don't want to store your down or your synthetic bags compressed like this, long term. Only when you're backpacking, so you can save weight or save space in your pack. For long-term storage, you want to either hang them up, if you have your own special room that you're blessed with to hang up gear, or you can keep it loosely stuffed in a garbage bag, or the higher end bags like the Marmot, the Mountain Hardwear, where's the Mountaineer, Go Light. They will have a special bag, a larger bag that you can keep it stuffed loosely in it. The reason being is the longer it stays in a compressed state, the loft deteriorates over time in that compressed state, and the rating for that particular bag will then decrease. So if you have a 30-degree bag and you keep it compressed a couple of years, take it out every once in a while, it's now more like a 45, 50-degree bag because it won't have the loft to trap in the warm heat. All right, time to move on to the next section.